Last time on the Rubicon Trail. And now, the rest of the trail. Well guys, we're at it again after a night at Buck Island Campground. Today we're going over to Rubicon Springs. So it's a shorter distance today, but harder trail. Should be a lot of fun. We're all lined up, just getting out of camp. So we'll see what we see. Hopefully no breakage today. We did pretty well yesterday. It's gonna be a good day. Right out of camp here, it gets you started right away with a pretty hard section. It's over some big rolling boulders. The morning rush hour getting out of Buck Island is pretty impressive, but if you've got to be stuck in traffic, there's really no better place to be. This is Jeff in his FJ. I didn't get him in any shots in the last video because he was up in the front of the group and I'm just one guy with a camera. But this was a big traffic jam, so I finally caught him. This spot was a real challenge for the group of older Land Cruisers that was ahead of us. It's narrow, uneven, and has a left turn at the top. You're gonna come up in a second. There it is. Piece of cake. The 200 is a big chunk of steel to be taking on the Rubicon. The wall on the passenger side was a real threat.
We'll just put pressure on it, it'll hold it.
Trying to keep the fender off the wall with the winch. Doesn't want any more body damage, or at least as little as possible.
Got it. You pivot around in here. Stay that line. Stay that line.
This was another tight spot. There was an easier bypass, but that would have been less fun.
Good line. Good line. Stay. Little driver. Little driver. Little driver. Right there. Right there. Little drive. Tap. You're good. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. You're good. Keep coming. Little driver. You're okay. Okay. Passenger. Passenger. Hard passenger.
Backed up for us.
Driver.
Oh, okay.
So he's
Driver.
blocking everybody else from getting
Driver.
in line so that you can
Driver.
get through.
All right.
Right
All
there.
right.
You're gonna climb up. You got it. You got it. You got it. Good. Coming. Good. Slope.
This little section of the trail is a lot harder than yesterday.
Straight up. Turn. You're okay. You're gonna fall. Good job. Keep it. Perfect. Perfect. Keep it. Keep it. Turn. Keep it. Turn. Your back's gonna come up. Keep it. Turn. Hard driver. As hard as you can. Your back's gonna come up. Back's gonna start to come up. Coming up. Straighten out. Come on up. Roll with it. Perfect.
Next up is Big Sluice. There's an obstacle in there called Decision Tree, and I guess the tree has fallen over or something, so it's made it a little extra difficult. We'll just have to see when we get there. Big Sluice is basically a long downhill section with lots of boulders. There's a big tree that fell over. Looks easier this year, actually. Still pretty narrow, though. Last year we drove through here, right where this tree's at.
Okay. Slow.
Squeezing past the tree used to be the challenge. This Tacoma was originally part of our group, but due to breakdowns at the start, he ended up bouncing between groups and ended up riding with us for a little while on this day.
Driver, a little bit. Oh, no, keep it straight. There you go, you're good. You can come driver a little bit. You're clear. I think the little Samurai was made for this obstacle.
That should go right through.
Well, Decision Tree was a pretty major obstacle last year. It's definitely not anymore, unless you're really wide. Being so tiny, the Samurai was able to take a completely different line.
got a Rubicon traffic jam here. This is going down Big Sluice. But no problem for the Samurai. It's gonna be a piece of cake. See Jeff's FJ way up there. Apparently he lost a bead on a tire. At least he didn't break a CV axle. This is way rougher than it was last year. There was the Rubicon Bridge. That means we're getting close to Rubicon Springs. I think we're gonna make it.
We spent the next 2 nights camping at Rubicon Springs, mostly just playing in the water, and there was a raffle and a couple demonstrations put on by the Land Cruiser Association, who hosted the event, the Rubathon event. If you ever camp at Rubicon Springs, make sure you bring bug spray. Alright, we're trying to sneak out before everybody else, because everybody's going to be leaving at the same time, so we didn't want to get stuck on Cadillac Hill, and I think we're the first group out. So I've got the trailer behind me, and going up is going to be an adventure, but Jeff is ready with his tow strap there to give him a yank when he needs it, so I think we'll be okay for the most part. Up Cadillac Hill with a trailer and no lockers. This is gonna be exciting. Cadillac Hill is one of the more feared portions of the Rubicon. It's a steep hill with a few obstacles that are made more difficult because it's a steep hill. Just so we wouldn't risk being the cause of a traffic jam, Jeff kept a strap hooked up to the 200 for most of the difficult portion of the hill, so it actually went really fast and easy. This spot at the top of Cadillac is where everyone lines up for a glamour shot. Well, my GoPro had an unexpected adventure.
Might be under your tire. It's a GoPro.
Under my tire?
Or it was a GoPro case. It was on the ground. I think you might be covering it with your front tire.
Yep. Yep.
Holy shit.
We'll have to see if we can figure out whose it is.
Damn.
Still going. Yeah.
That's crazy. This tire's got a lot of flotation, I guess.
I think it was run over before you ran over it too.
Still working.
Yeah.
Hello.
Takes a licking. Oh, is it recording?
Yeah. I don't know.
I think it is.
We found it on the ground. We'll watch the video and see if we can figure out who it is.
Send us your name and address. You can have it back.
Okay.
It was under my tire.
Thanks a lot. All right. I can turn them off. Do you know?
Well, we're through the hardest part of the trail now, so now it's just the bumpy part of the trail where my neck starts to hurt. But no big deal. I actually almost lost this GoPro, and it got ran over by a Jeep. But I was able to recover it, so that's a really good thing. All right, let's do a final damage tally on some of these vehicles here. The 200, he's planning to get a new bumper anyway, so that's not too big a deal. Got a little body damage right here. Fender flares, gone. Mike, I'm just showing how damaged your Land Cruiser is.
Hold on, let me put it back together.
Oh wait, don't put it back together. No. See, look at that. But there's a new bumper going on like right away, right? Pretty soon?
Yep, it's getting dropped off at the shop tomorrow.
Cool. Very nice. Oh. I can stick my finger in the taillight.
What happened with that?
I don't know.
Oh, go from the other taillight.
And the other taillight too. So, yeah.
And the other bumper.
Plastic doesn't survive the Rubicon.
That's custom.
Custom. And if you look underneath here, you can see the both lower control arms, rear lower control arms are bent. So, I mean, nothing too big. Not too big a deal. All easily fixable. So, that's the Land Cruiser. Jeff's FJ Cruiser's totally unscathed, of course. No damage. All right, now let's check out Dan's Tacoma here.
It's got a little carnage.
A little bit. Chewed up a little plastic there. He's got to get some deeper rock sliders to protect his door from stuff like this and this. Ooh, and that's a deep one right there.
It just happened on the way out this morning.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. And then lost some taillights. And on this side, the bumper got tweaked up and crushed the taillight. So that's not a great design. And then some more door stuff over here. So again, need some rock sliders that stick out a little farther to offer more protection. But overall, not too bad. It'll all get fixed, right, Ann?
She survived. She did the Rubicon.
Absolutely, Rubicon certified. All right, guys. Well, I'm back at Loon Lake. Had to pick up the truck and camper and trailer and get the Samurai all back together so I can get back on the road, get the Samurai back up to Medford, and get me back to Idaho. I just want to say another big thank you to Jeff Greenwood and G3 Off-Road for letting me use the Samurai. I guess you could say they basically sponsored this episode by letting me use that vehicle. So awesome. Thank you so much, Jeff. Go visit g3offroad.com and buy something. That would be really cool. Even if it's just some windshield wipers or something. I hope you enjoyed this perspective on the Rubicon Trail. If you did, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't, so I can share new content with you every Monday and Thursday. And we'll see you next time, guys.